Dear Dairy, Friday. Friday! It's Friday! Just about an hour and a half ago, got finished doing the bass. Dogs are milling about in the backyard. The youngest pup, who's Ben, he's like a half husky, half German Shepherd mix thing, I think. He's about 7, 8 months old. I believe he's wandering around in the leaves trying to find loquats that have fallen off the tree, because he likes eating them. Okay. But as a friend of mine said, to be a dog is to always know hunger. So we had a really good show tonight on the bass. We had Rico, of course. We had myself. And then we had the snowed one, who is a lovely lady from Australia, which I know I butchered. It's like when I was talking about the Battle Forge the other night. I was talking about the razor claws. The razor claws. Just, oh. Australian is not an accent I get a chance to listen to very often, so it's more difficult for me to mimic it. And I mean, English, I've heard lots of different English accents, but not enough of them that I knew what region they were supposed to be from. I mean, I've heard all kinds of different regions, but I never knew, okay, this is this region, this is this region, this is this region. I'm just starting to learn that. I'm just starting to, if somebody tells me, do a Manchester accent, I'm like, okay, who do I need to sound like to do that? It's like, who do I know that I listen to a lot that's from Manchester? It's like, well, for that, you think of Gopher, because there you go. Anyway, but I had the same problem with Scottish and Irish. Even though they sound very, very different, I haven't heard enough of them. And I don't want to say side by side, but in close proximity to another, that I have learned to separate the two of them. And certainly not different different aspects of, like, a Scottish accent. Like, apparently, my Scottish accent, and I will use quotes, is more Edinburgh than, and a lot of the guys that I talk to on, like, the Beyond Skyrim chat, his accent is more Glaswegian. And so it's like, okay, well, now I know my my accent is more Edinburgh. Okay, fine. I never knew that before. I never knew where it was from. It's like, I do all these various accents when I'm making jokes and whatnot and stuff. And I do this accent, and I have no idea what part of England it would be representative of, if any. Or if, like, Pierce Brosnan and Mrs. Doubtfire, the accent's a little muddled. It's like, anyway. Let's see, what is it? So we had the show on the bass. Did quite a few auditions this morning. I think I was making up for lost time because I didn't do any yesterday, because I was trying to get the streaming thing working and it wasn't working, and I just basically, from the point that I woke up until I started streaming, I was trying to get the streaming thing working. And eventually I was just like, okay, Neverwinter Nights is not going to stream the way I want it to. Apparently, I mentioned the problem to Geek Domo, and he says he knows what it is, and he'll help me with it. But he's very busy, and so it'll have to wait until he's done. Or he has some free time. But we'll get to it. At some point I will do it, because I really love to show that game off, because it's a lot of fun. Aside from that, I also I don't think I did any the day before that, which was Wednesday, and I'm trying to remember why I didn't do any the day before that. I mean, we had the interview with James and Ben and Will. Wait, was that last week? Or was that this week? I don't remember when it was. I think it was this week. I think. Yeah, it was this week. So that was Wednesday, but that started at like 3 p.m., or 4 p.m. or something my time. So that wasn't that big of a deal. So I was doing something else in the morning that prevented me from doing my voiceover auditions like I wanted to. Oh, I think I was talking to my ex. He was talking about going camping and whatnot. We have this camping trip that we do every year, and a lot of folks are like, so you're going, right? It's like, maybe. I don't think so. They're like, why would you not want to go? I said, I didn't say I didn't want to go. I do want to go, but I don't think I can afford to go. I said, why not? It's because I'll probably have to work. I mean, this camping trip, everyone from my house will probably be going on this trip. Everyone. And taking the dogs with them, which means that I would have 3 to 4 days of absolute silence in this house. I cannot afford to pass that up. I mean, if I had a bunch of money, I could probably do that. But then there's also the fact that I will have just returned from being in LA the weekend before, because that's the next great Starship reveal down in Los Angeles that I'm going to be going down to LA for with Ravana. So that's on the weekend of the 7th. The weekend after that is our camping trip. So, I mean, who knows? I might have a shit ton more money by then. Maybe. We'll see. Not exactly sure how to make that happen, but I mean, who knows? I did, I think, 17 auditions today, which seems like a low number to me, given the amount of work that I put into the auditions. I mean, by that I mean how long it took me to do each one. It seems like I should do anywhere close to 50 auditions per day, but I haven't managed to pull that off just yet. I need to get faster at it. What I need to do is work on my cold reading. My cold reading is very bad. It's not very bad. I shouldn't say that. It's actually pretty decent, but I still need to work on it. I'm sure there was something else. Okay. Damn it, I know there was something else. I know there was. There's something else I was gonna talk about, and I can't remember what it was. All right, I'm gonna just call it. I can't think of it right now. It's been very hot here the last couple of days. It's actually much cooler today than it was the last 2 days. So, I don't have that heat headache going on that I had the last 2 days. So, things are much better. And see how things go. I'm going to go make myself some food, which will probably consist of 2 cold hot dogs, 2 slices of cheese, and some tortilla chips. Oh. Mm-hmm. What? That's all I want. I could eat another spoonful of peanut butter, but I did that right before the show. When I say a spoonful, I don't mean like, a serving spoonful. Like taking a wooden, spoon and shoving it down into a jar of peanut butter and cranking it around and pulling it out and then stuffing it into a bag full of peanuts and stirring that around. So you've got this giant M&M peanut lollipop thing that you just eat your way through. Yes, I have done that before, but that was many weeks ago. I'm kidding. That was years ago that I did that. And as somebody who doesn't really care for chocolate that much, you combine it with peanut butter, and I like it. So for me, chocolate is it's an escort. Maybe I do have something else to talk about. Okay, fine. Chocolate is good in pairing with something else. Chocolate and peanut butter is great. Chocolate and bananas, great. Chocolate and cherry cordials. Oh my God. Chocolate covered berries of almost any kind, I love. it's just, you know, I mean, as long as it's chocolate and something else, it's probably something that, you know, it's probably the only way that I will like. Here's the weird thing. I don't really like chocolate and caramel. Ooh, chocolate and caramel's good. That's why I always used to eat caramello bars like crazy. But see, I don't really care for chocolate usually, and I don't really care for coffee usually. But if you combine the two, so that there's like chocolate with like coffee inside, you know, like you bite into it and there's like this reservoir of you know, this dark, bitter coffee, then the dark, semi-sweet or bitter chocolate, but there's a sweetness to the bitter chocolate. It works, and it tastes really good, and I don't know why. And it's just awesome. So there you go. And like I said before, sometimes when I'm craving really, really, really crappy chocolate pudding, and I mean like comes in a gallon can, you know, chocolate pudding, kind of stuff that you get in an all-you-can-eat buffet, like Hometown Buffet. My friend Rowdy Beast, it is the only buffet he's ever walked away from hungry. And I warned him. I said, this is really crappy food. So, he's like, no, I want to go. I go, okay. But it's really crappy. But there was virtually nothing he found even remotely appetizing. I was like, I warned you, and you didn't listen. Anyway, so we're closing in on the 12-minute mark. Thank God I finally decided to start talking about chocolate. Who would have thought that I would have anything to say about chocolate? I don't know to say it. Okay. So I will let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And until next time, be careless.